See if I gotta see if you're coming in now. Say something. Our audio's yeah, our audio's on. Oh, I didn't unmute your channel. Try it now.
Usual.
There we go. Your channel's unmuted now. That's my fault.
Testing 1, 2. All right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We got the same day as usual.
Yeah, I think we do, but it should be fine. Yeah, I think
I hear us talking like the
Yeah, I was just monitoring the stream. We sound all right. We don't sound that shaky.
good. Just start. Actually,
All right, cool. I'm gonna give introduction now.
or later.
You cool with me giving an intro?
Go ahead.
All right. What's going on, dear viewers? This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, with another episode of the Monkey Paw, where we... Damn it, I didn't forget. Do I say report on? Damn it, bro. I forgot my damn sign on. Where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. Joined by my co-host, Soups. How you doing tonight, bro?
Well, I'm glad I don't have a scripted intro on my end.
I mean, yeah. Well, this is episode 22, and episode 22, man. Like, yeah. Give me a break. I haven't fucked that up in 20.
One of those days.
I haven't fucked that up in 21 episodes. Give me a break. I had a good streak going. But anyway, we got some new topics lined up for the week. I didn't see much worth talking about, but the topics we do have are pretty relevant to each other. And I'm just going to go ahead and prep the people now. Unfortunately, not all of it is good news. Like, even a little bit. So, yeah. We're going to start the night off light with the usual entertainment, more entertainment-centered stuff. Well, it's all entertainment-centered, but we're going to walk that line of entertainment and meets politics because we have no choice and they want us to be immersed in it wherever we go type shit. So, we're going to go in with what people are calling probably the best movie of the year, which honestly we're pretty late in the year, so I'm not going to debate them on it. It's not like I'm anticipating anything. It's not like I'm anticipating shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. I'm sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's peak, but this has been a pretty fun movie.
I don't think they'll ever reach peak again, man. Hate to say it, but I don't think they will. Let me know when you're ready for me to start reading.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, we're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, and we're going to be taking an account from IGN about the movie. It says, Rob Liefeld says, Deadpool and Wolverine has the best MCU action scenes since Winter Soldier. And there's a quote by him underneath. There's so much stuff that is yet to come that is going to blow your mind. I mean, okay, I'm reading this through a very biased lens.
That is high praise coming from.
Excuse me.
Let's be honest, we both are.
You were saying something about high praise.
Thing is, Yeah, I was saying that is high praise considering it's coming from the creator of Deadpool himself.
That's the thing. I don't know how to take stuff like that
It's
anymore.
you have to be. I mean, we'll put it. I think we should consider it case by case. Like a creator who has, actual standing, actual like an actual or a backbone regarding their IP. We could take it with a good heart.
I'd like to.
Rob will scream Rick Riordan to me, so I think input is valuable. Coming through.
Yeah, you're coming through. What's good, anti-hero? Nice to see you. Actually, I think
Sweet,
you might be
that's
coming.
this time.
Hang on, let me see. Because as people come in, let us know how the audio sounds on the back end. These improve with your feedback, so please tell us if anything is messing up. You were saying? Damn. Yep, give me 1 second, guys. I think his signal is doing some weird stuff. Anyway, while he's fixing that, I'm going to get into the article a little bit. And he might butt in and interrupt me. It's fine. Just as long as he gets his audio fixed up. Let me look at the chat one more time. All right. So it says Rob Liefeld, the co-creator of Marvel Comics Deadpool, has claimed Deadpool and Wolverine has some of the best action sequences since Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The same day, Deadpool and Wolverine got a new trailer. Liefeld took to Twitter to hype the movie up further. I've been telling everyone how great this movie looks, and it's the best action since Winter Soldier, he wrote. The car fight, forest fight, this, I guess that's a spoiler fight. It'll be up there with the best comic book film of all time. I don't know. Claims like this make me even more skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. Again.
Back. Hang on.
Cool. All right.
Am I coming through?
Yes, you are. You sound good now. But yeah, how do you feel about him saying this ranks up with the best action, the best comic book film of all time? How do you feel about that claim? I'm very skeptical about that. What's up, Heroes fan? Nice to see you.
Oh, I mean, he is kind of exaggerating a bit.
See?
Right there. I know I said that I know I said that his word has a bit more weight to it than someone like Rick Riordan. But in this case, yeah, he is being a bit too biased. Cause
that's what I was worried about.
I think because he genuinely enjoyed it. Cause I don't think it's coming from like a selfish, oh yeah, that's my character, therefore it's the best kind of deal. I think it's coming from, holy shit, I really like this movie. It's coming from that kind of perspective.
I hope he's not blinded by bias. Yeah, I'm trying to.
And
I really am. I'm even going to give the movie props right now because they actually have the sleeveless Wolverine costume in the film, which I was worried about because they showed some long sleeve bullshit. I'm not going to lie, though. The costume still looks kind of cheap. It doesn't look nearly as good as Deadpool's. I'm sorry. But yeah, at least they tried to make the costume look a little bit more like the comics. But anyway, you have something to add to that?
Uh, I think the suit works well enough. It closely resembles the comic book Wolverine that we know and love, or enough to be satisfied. Especially with. Actually, I'm not sure if I should mention the mask. Have y'all seen that? Can we talk about
Dude,
the
you can
mask, the
mention
Wolverine mask?
you can mention that he wears the Wolverine mask. That's I mean, I don't know how it looks yet, but I mean, you can say that. I was hoping they would have him wear that. That's his costume. That's his full costume.
Oh, don't don't worry. He does wear the full costume. They didn't cheap out on that. And
Good.
uh, hang on a sec. Just kind of trying to take the link and pass it around.
I
But
got
yeah,
you.
we can keep going.
Cool. Um. Oh yeah, that's the tweet he mentioned. Okay. Liefeld, who announced in February that he is retiring from Deadpool. Oh man, I remember that tweet. I think we read it on stream actually. Kind of
Yeah,
felt. It
yeah.
kind of
We looked
felt
at the
somber. Go ahead.
yeah we looked at it last stream. The whole ordeal. The whole the whole topic yesterday. We already saw that.
Got you. He is retiring from Deadpool after one last crazy story this summer. Reiterated and expanded on these comments during a recent episode of his Robservations with Rob Liefeld podcast, saying that the blood splattered trailer only offers a glimpse of the killer action scenes to come. This movie has the best action in any
It
comic book superhero movie. Again, bro, I'm skeptical about these claims. Like,
I will say this. I will say this. The action is really good.
I mean,
Like
sure, but we're okay.
it's very it's
I just hope he's not being a prisoner of the hype. That's all I'm saying. Because when I think about, I'm not even talking about superhero movies outside of the MCU, but when I think about some of the stuff that we saw in the original Avengers, Civil War, and even Age of Ultron, is mediocre as people found that movie to be. Um, I don't know, man. I would have to see him, I guess, to compare accurately. But like I said, I'm skeptical of the claims. Continue.
are we talking about accuracy in terms of like character, or are we talking accuracy in terms of action? What are we talking
Oh no, not
accuracy of here?
accuracy. Just the quality of the action scenes, like how cool they look. Like you know what I mean? Like they did
Oh, like
Ultimate
how cool!
Alliance.
Oh, how cool the action!
Yeah.
I mean, considering, considering it's like a good blend with like of course, stunt work, a little bit of CGI, like not like egregious. I think I think it's a pretty good work. Act, hell, the action's probably the most fun of the movie. So good, I could damn near ignore the narrative issues.
Oh God. Yeah, I have. Okay. Okay, we're not
Yeah,
gonna get
I'm
into.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
You don't have to lie. I was gonna let the
Yeah, I'm not
audience
gonna
know.
lie. There is.
I was gonna let the audience know that we're not getting into heavy spoilers because the movie. I don't know how long the movie's been out, but it hasn't been out that long, so we might get into heavy spoilers for
Yeah,
the
no, I'm not.
film on a different stream, but not tonight. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil, but yeah, I actually, for once, I actually recommend to watch because you just for the fun, at the very least, for the fun.
Okay.
Especially if you're someone who's been following like especially if you're someone who's been following the X-Men for like the beginning. you'll see what I mean.
Gotcha. Continuing on, he says, look, if you think that there's stuff out there being spoiled, there's so much stuff that is yet to come that is going to blow your mind. Liefeld teased about the third Deadpool movie coming to theaters this July. But let's go with what you did see, and you saw a whole lot of Wolverine and Deadpool basing off great action. All the Deadpool movies have great action, but the expectation for this is obviously higher, he added. There are so many killer action sequences in this movie, and you are getting a taste, a hint of what's to come. I really believe this movie has the best action in any comic book superhero movie. Echoing his earlier statements, Liefeld went on to praise 2014's Winter Soldier for having the best action ever, but claimed that Deadpool and Wolverine is up there with those top-tier comic book superhero movies. Though this one, unlike other MCU entries, is rated R, which means it can feature more explicit violence. Okay. Says the trailer showed quick fire shots of the action sequences Liefeld might be referencing, including a fight between Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, which looks to be a callback to the bust up that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man had with Joe Manganiello's Flash Thompson and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Did they make that reference between them in the movie?
I'm not. I don't think it was an intentional reference. I think it was just something that people kind of pointed out and compared, like, oh hey, like he's kind of moving like that, you know.
Oh wow.
I don't know. Maybe I can't say if it was an intentional reference or not. I because the rest of it's like very character centered action, you know.
Gotcha. I wonder what made people take that away. Anyway, all of the evidence. Go ahead.
You'll see if you saw the movie. You'll see.
All right. God damn it. I might have to. Maybe. Okay. All of the evidence so far points to Deadpool and Wolverine being a movie that will pack a punch when it hits theaters on July 26th. Which obviously this is August 1st. I'm reading this on, so obviously the movie's out. But anyway, there also looks to be some strange sorcery, unexpected cameos, and lots of details for fans to uncover, building up to the release of Avengers: Secret Wars, which will cap off Phase 6 of the MCU. Man, I'm not excited for any of that. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not hyped for any Marvel movies anymore. I'm just not, bro. I'm not. Oh, that's fucking.
Yeah.
That's an ad.
The notion that Deadpool is gonna what?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the whole notion that the whole mindset of it saving the MCU. Yeah, no, it's not. It's good. It's loads of fun, but no, it's not saving the MCU. I'm just gonna say that off the bat. That's not a spoiler.
What's good, Evil Florida? I don't know if there's a phase. I have no clue. 2 through 6, man. I don't know what phase of Marvel we're in. I have no idea. 2 through 5. I don't know.
We're in like 5. We're in phase 5 or phase 6. It's somewhere around there. Phase 5 did happen. That's where Ant-Man Commie-Mania happened.
Commie-Mania. Yeah, they did do
that term, but no, I did.
No, they definitely.
I wish I had invented that term, but I didn't.
They did do the communist ants thing like that.
I wish I came up with that,
bro. They're so the proper. What do I even say, bro? Like they can't be subtle. They can't be subtle to save their lives, bro. If the cartel held their families hostage, they couldn't be subtle. They couldn't do it. Their family would be chopped up. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I don't really have much more to say on the Deadpool versus Wolverine movie, but, I mean, you can go ahead and give your thoughts on it because you actually saw it. And what do you think people should expect going into the film, and what do you think they should take away from it once they see it? Like, what would you rate the film to? Like, just give like a brief spiel on your experience with it, if you wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind at all. Um, how do I? Okay, where to start? So, like I said, it's probably the most fun I've had with a Marvel movie. Closest being No Way Home. It's kind of like No Way Home in that it's a very nostalgia grabbing. It's very much nostalgia bait, to be honest. But it's done with not as like not as a desperate cash grab like you can tell No Way Home was with bringing back Tobey Maguire, the Raimiverse cast, and Amazing Spider-Man. Well, really, the Raimiverse cast was carrying the movie. It doesn't feel that way with Deadpool and Wolverine. You actually already like Deadpool if you like the first two movies already, and it's very focused on him and Wolverine. I will say this though, it is loads of fan service, loads of blood and gore action. The way they handle the continuity thing, it's not it they handle it in a very Deadpool way. I'll just put it that way.
Oh God! Like when he
The
shot him.
only I guess the dislikes I would say
Go ahead.
I would say if there was anything I didn't like is that it well actually the things I didn't like would kind of and have me going into spoiler territory, but I'll just say this: the narrative is probably the weakest of the three Deadpool movies. Part one would be my favorite from a narrative storytelling perspective, but for the action and all the love, it's a you could that's the biggest difference. This movie is written with a lot more love for Marvel, especially the old era of Marvel,
Mm.
than it is, than it is for modern Marvel. Or that's why it's not really saving the MCU. You'll see what I mean. It's a movie that's just kind of making you nostalgic for what the old era used to be, and
Oh
I'd go
God.
deeper into that, but that'd be kind of spoiling too much, you know.
Ah man, I was gonna ask this question, but you might have already answered it. Like I wanted to make this clear that there was a difference between a setup and a payoff in which you reward the fans for experiencing a series and nostalgia bait. Like there is a difference between those two things, and I was gonna ask,
Hmm.
which one did you think this movie
Uh,
represented? But you might have already answered that question. God damn it. Ah, go
what?
ahead. Just give it to me straight, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, to be honest, it's a bit of both. It is a very rewarding movie, emotionally. You know, as someone, like, I'm speaking from bias. Okay, I grew up with Spider-Man, the X-Men for a good long while. Like cartoons, movies. That was always my thing. And
Okay.
I'm sure, and I know a lot of people, at the very least, at the very least, they have very fond memories of Wolverine and what they do with Wolverine, uh, and the fan service. Yeah, it's very obvious, attempt to get nostalgia, but it's done with love. Okay, it's done with respect to the fans. It's not like I say that despite one scene, but I'm not gonna say too much about that. But it's done without contempt, without desperation.
Okay.
But of course, at the end of it all, it is a Deadpool focused movie. So eh,
But what do you
I
think
say
that
this,
there's
yeah,
would
I
you
say this.
say my bad. Would you say that there's any Chekhov's gun level setup, payoff, reward type stuff in this film, or is it all just harkening back to like the distant past?
Yeah, there is a bit of a check. There's a character arc with a Chekhov's gun by the end of the movie,
Okay.
centered with Deadpool and Wolverine in particular.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
in a sense, yeah.
Oh my god, man. I'm
Like I said, like, bro, okay, like it's like I said, okay. It does. it does a similar gimmick with bringing back, Wolverine, a past character, but it does it differently
If I
and
go
with a
see,
different mindset than
I
just,
really
hey, remember,
listen. Oh
and
my
it does it
god,
with a different mindset of what?
I don't want to hate this movie, bro. I really don't. I'm trying not to go into the movie with expectations. I'm trying not to hate it. I want to like the film.
Okay, well,
God damn it.
I mean, just kind of look, like I said, just kind of moderate your moderator, right? Like I said, narrative wise, it's not the best.
Fuck.
Everything else around it, especially thematically, you would probably like it.
Okay. All right. I'll temper my expectations. Um, and since this segment was so short, we ended up wrapping it up probably in like what fucking 24 minutes. I might be able to include the San Diego Comic-Con story as much as I don't fucking want to. Oh my god. We've experienced enough bad news. I'm not gonna lie, we've experienced enough bad news over the last few weeks, but I did want to cover it. Oh my god. I'll fetch that link here in a second, but um, this is gonna be another critique of what's happening with the MCU. And hang on. So if you guys have been, speaking of San Diego Comic-Con, I'm pretty sure he announced this at that event, and this is going to be from Screen Rant. It says, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom casting is a bold move by Marvel, and I can't wait to see his MCU return. Is this really a bold move? Like, define bold, because, like, there's a thin line between bold and fucking foolish, dog. Like, I don't... Are we still in the era... Can I ask this question first? Hang on. Are we still in the era where the actor playing a character matters? Like, are we still in that era? Like, oh my god, this actor's acting in this thing. I'm definitely gonna go see it now. Like, are we still in that era? I really think that era's fucking past, bro. Like, a good actor cannot save a shit franchise. I'm sorry. They can't do it. They can't save a bad script. They can't save a bad film, and they can't bring a dead franchise back from the dead, bro. They can't revive a dead franchise. They can't do it. But continue what you were saying.
But I would say it's ballsy if said balls were drained to the thinnest layer.
What? What did that mean? Please elaborate. I don't know what that means.
It means it's on its. It means it's on its. It means it's on its last load. Okay, I've been hanging around.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Whatever that means. I'm just gonna continue on that note. Fuck. All right. So the summary for this article. Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is a bold creative swing by Marvel Studios. The casting has some valid concerns, but offers high rewards if executed well. Like what? We'll get into that in a second. There's precedence for a Tony Stark Doctor Doom variant in Marvel. No! God, man! Stop appealing to multiverse. Fucking stop it. Stop. There's precedence for a Tony Stark Doctor Doom variant in Marvel Comics, hinting at unique storytelling potential. There is no unique storytelling potential. There is no fucking unique storytelling potential. We've already heard the story of Victor Von Doom, dude. We already have. It's not fucking unique. It's not, bro. I'm tired. I'm so fucking sick of multiverse. I hate that it ever became a thing, bro. This gimmick is dead, bro. It's worn out. Vinegar couldn't tighten this shit up. It's so... bro, I swear to God. They have stretched this shit thin. The last point. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom can be incredibly different and dynamic from Tony Stark. A change for one of Hollywood's biggest actors to dynamically play one of Marvel's biggest supervillains after successfully playing one of its biggest heroes. I'm not going to lie to you before I stop fucking talking. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually have seen Robert Downey Jr. in roles other than Iron Man, and he has successfully managed to make me forget that he did in fact play Iron Man. That shit is impressive. Because with most actors, once you see them in a very prominent role, that's all you see. But he made me fucking forget he was Iron Man. He made me forget he was Tony Stark. So maybe he can make me forget it again, playing Victor Von Doom. But if they use any of the fucking standard fare shit with multiverse that I think they're gonna use, they're gonna fucking ruin it. But I don't know. But I don't have to give them the fucking benefit of the doubt. I don't. Do you have anything to add?
I mean, I know a lot of people were praising like his performance, with how he revealed himself. And yeah, obviously he still knows how to work a crowd. But this is only good for the memes. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. This fucker did both. And
He did.
And they're on a different universe or not, it's still the same Marvel brand. No one is gonna forget that he's Iron Man. In fact, they're probably gonna expect him to come back as Iron Man regardless.
You're definitely right, because when I saw him, when I forgot he played Iron Man, he was in a different film altogether. So you have a point.
It's you know how I was praising like the fan service and everything with Deadpool Wolverine?
Yes.
Yeah, this ain't it, fam. Leave it to Disney to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. This is a catastrophe.
I don't feel good about this casting choice at all. Man, this is coming from someone who was expecting absolutely nothing from Marvel. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard this, I started sinking down into my seat with the face palm going, no. No, it is not because RDJ is a bad actor. That's not why. That's not why at all. It's because he's a fucking phenomenal actor. And we already know him from another role. In the same universe. So, like you said, he's still in the MCU. How am I supposed to look at him and think anything other than Iron Man? There's no setting that's helping this out. There's no time period difference that's helping this out. There's no accent. Well, there might be. I don't know if Doom has an accent. He probably does. No, he definitely does. I think in some of his voice acting in other media, he actually has an accent. There might be an accent to help this out, but still, he better keep the motherfucking mask on. That's all I'm saying. You do not play Future. Keep the mask on. Keep it on. He better be disfigured, as a matter of fact. He better have burn makeup. Because I think that's what happened to Doom. He got burned. I think he got burned.
Yeah.
He's got his face burned. They better do that shit.
His whole body was.
Yeah, that's why he wears the armor.
His body was burned, I think.
They better fucking do that, bro.
The whole suit is to cover up his scars.
They better fucking do that, bro. Cause I don't know how the fuck. How are they gonna pull this shit off, bro? They're not Houdini. I'm sorry. Any more thoughts before I continue reading?
I mean, I just want to kind of make a quick statement onto what you were saying about the actor in the role.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you say that because I know some people will say like this certain actor like carried this character like further beyond than the scripted.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of I disagree because like take Willem Dafoe again for Green Goblin. He was a phenomenal actor, but I think it really helped that Green Goblin has a solid script to work with.
Yes.
Clearly he knows what the character's supposed. You know what the character's supposed to be. You know he's supposed to act, but just sell it to me. That's kind of what they do.
Speaking of
And put it
phenomenal
like,
actors, I forgot that Willem
but
Dafoe looks nothing like Green Goblin. He doesn't look shit like Norman Osborn. But his performance was so damn good,
oh yeah, no, he doesn't
I
have the
didn't give a
hair.
fuck.
He doesn't have the hair.
I didn't give a fuck. His performance
Yeah,
was
no,
that
he
good.
doesn't have the hair. And it yeah, it doesn't help that the suit itself still resembled Green Goblin enough too.
That was a Power
'Cause
Rangers villain, bro.
even if the suit itself wasn't, it's funny enough. It's funny you say that because didn't Spider-Man inspire the Power Rangers, or was
He
it the other
might
way?
have.
No, not the other way around.
He
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have.
Spider-Man does inspire the Power Rangers.
He might have, but I'm
It's
surprised. I'm
it's
not gonna lie to
pretty
you.
it's pretty sick.
I'm surprised when Toby fought fucking Green Goblin that sparks weren't flying off his shit, bro. He looks like a straight up Power Rangers villain. Like, seriously. I'm surprised. He doesn't know about Japanese Spider-Man. I do know about Japanese Spider-Man. I just don't I don't read or watch
Spider-Man.
the Japanese variants of Marvel heroes. I don't. Um,
Oh, yeah, don't worry, Florida. He knows about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Oh, let me keep reading. Let me keep reading before I get accused of being a bigot. Let me fucking read. Marvel Studios casting of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom is the furthest thing from lazy. Come on, man. And I'm incredibly excited to see how such an iconic actor will bring one of the biggest Marvel villains to life. Having already played Iron Man for over 10 years in the MCU, Marvel's closing SDCC announcement that Downey would be playing Doctor Doom certainly comes as a major shock. That said, the potential for some truly dynamic dynamic multiversal storytelling has me very excited to see RDJ in this new villain role. God help me. I was about to say something about how Jonathan Majors feels about all this, because he was set to be Marvel's next big threat as Kang, but reading the dynamic multiversal storytelling thing just threw me off my entire train of thought, and now I'm just like, God damn it, bro. Do I even care about the quality of this film anymore? Go ahead.
I mean, it is pretty easy to say. If I was Jonathan Majors, I'd probably be, pissed off a little, just.
Yep. Opportunity snatched from him because of accusations that turned out to be false. Again, another one. Like,
Oh wait, that was false?
yeah, no,
I never actually got the conclusion on that.
yeah. It turns out. Now, feel free to double check my work. This was like fucking a year ago. I don't even know how long ago this was. So my intel is a bit spotty. So forgive me, but I'm pretty sure he ended up being innocent at the end of it. I'm pretty sure. That's why he's even able to continue talking about it and give his opinion about how he feels about RDJ being Doctor Doom and the next villain for the MCU. That's what made me think about it, because I saw an article about him giving his opinion. But anyway, anything to add?
I mean, there are. I've, if I could, I would show you like a meme, like the memes of Disney just basically wiping the whole Kang storyline from existence. They basically Thanos snapped it, or Doctor Manhattan did. If you know Watchmen, y'all know what I mean.
His plot doesn't make any sense anyway, but the thing is, they set up all that shit, and like, are they just gonna leave it alone? Like, they're just not gonna address it ever again? Like the Celestial in the middle of the ocean? That was still a thing that never got addressed.
What's
Like,
Celestial? What celestial? Whatever do you mean?
John Lewis, what's good, man? Nice of you to join us. There's a couple loose ends that they never tied up.
Harmony.
That's him?
No harmony. Yeah, it's harm.
I didn't know that was him. What's
I
up?
remember.
I never knew his. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Where the hell?
Yeah, you did.
The multiversal storytelling has me very. Yeah, I read that already. All at San Diego Comic-Con 2024, Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige confirmed the Avengers 5 has been officially renamed as Avengers Doomsday. Likewise, Infinity War and Endgame's Russo brothers are returning to direct the film, as well as Avengers Secret Wars. However, the ultimate reveal for Marvel Studios was naturally Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. An announcement that's been generating record social media numbers and all kinds of opinions, both for and against the casting. To that end, I believe that RDJ's Doctor Doom is a very bold creative swing, one that's certainly high risk while offering very high rewards. What rewards? What rewards? Tell me, what rewards does this offer? Please. What rewards would this offer that we couldn't get from even a mediocre actor that simply looked the part and had someone who could write their ass off on the script? What fucking rewards? Seriously, like I need an answer to that. Like, what do they mean? I don't see the rewards here. Like, I just see an actor that already had a prominent role being copy pasted onto another character that somebody else could be playing. That's all I see.
Creative swing like a feces to a paint to a
What?
paintboard, man.
Like shit on a canvas, yes. It's nostalgia bait, obviously, yes. That's really what it feels like. It's a cash grab move. It's really what it feels like. I'm not gonna lie. They're trying to sell RDJ as the reason you should come see this film, when that should never have been why comic book movies got popular. It should be, hey, this character is gonna be played accurately, and they would share that through the man. Fuck it. But here's them trying to justify this. Why Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is perfect MCU casting. There's some strong poetic symmetry going on. Okay. Right off the bat, I'm absolutely loving the... What'd you say?
I think I know exactly what they're about to say. I predicted it in my mind. Just see what it says.
Right off the bat, I'm absolutely loving the poetic symmetry behind RDJ's casting. After all, Marvel Studios has decided to take one of the biggest actors in Hollywood, whose success can largely be attributed to Marvel themselves, and is now giving them the role of one of the biggest villains in all of superhero fiction. I'm not gonna lie, he might be the main nemesis of the first Marvel family, but it would be hard to say that Doom is one of the biggest villains in all of superhero fiction. He's got a lot of fucking competition, man. He's got a great deal of competition. He does, I'm sorry. I mean, you could say one of, sure, whatever, but still, he has a lot of fucking competition. After he's already played one of the biggest superheroes of all time. After seeing all the reactions online quoting the Dark Knight's Harvey Dent feels like a cliche, but it just works so well. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. By agreeing to...
said that.
Yeah, you did. You predicted that part? Is that what you predicted?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god.
Many.
By agreeing to come back to Marvel and work with the Russo brothers again, something that was reportedly a key condition for his return, Robert Downey Jr. is becoming the embodiment of the above sentiment simultaneously. It's a chance to do something brand new in the universe that RDJ helped build from its very beginning in 2008. However, the poetry goes even further, seeing as how Robert Downey Jr. was nearly cast as Victor Von Doom in Fox's Fantastic Four movies, which Kevin Feige also helped produce. 19 years later, it's finally happening. I don't care. I'm sorry.
Okay, hi.
Go
Can I
ahead.
wait? Can I say something about that Kevin Feige bit?
Why is it poetic
Yeah.
symmetry simply because
What
he was
does Kevin
passed up?
Feige?
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
What I want to ask is, what does Kevin Feige actually do though? Besides own the characters and maybe sign the papers on the budget or something? Like,
I have
tell me,
no
like, what does he? I
idea.
don't think he's this dude actually. Because I've seen his name as early back as Spider-Man 1, and I can't name you a single thing he's actually done in the production to produce the movie. Sam Raimi made that movie. He clearly did not make any of the X-Men movies. He has not made any of the MCU movies. Jon Favreau made Iron Man movies happen. I don't. I can't say what in God's earth has this dude actually done for Marvel.
I don't.
I
I
see his
don't
name
know.
everywhere, and he talks like he's done so much for the brand, but I don't think he knows anything about the brand.
I don't know, man. I have no
It baffles
idea.
me, man. How did this dude get? How did? What does this? How and why does he own practically all of Marvel at this rate?
I don't know. Who knows, man? Oh man, I haven't even bothered to research his role with Marvel because it's so insignificant. Like whenever anyone brings his name up, it's to talk shit about his decisions because they haven't been that great, man. I can't remember half of them because it's been a while, but that's the only time I hear his fucking name. Nothing good ever follows Kevin Feige ever. I've never heard anything good about him.
That you. Yeah, only notable words about him I hear is just him talking about adding more POCs, adding more women and more representation, yada yada. All that talk we know, and we followed through on that, and hence why the MCU was failing. But
Uh,
we've already had that discussion.
Bro, the Blade movie is still in limbo. It's still in limbo. I forgot. That movie is still in production hell, bro. They're having trouble making a fucking Blade film. And I'm supposed to be excited for this bullshit? I forgot about that. So let me get this straight. You basically you have people basically
we talked about it
saying
like
I'm sorry. They have
we
everyone
talked
saying
about
that
it.
they basically nailed Deadpool and Wolverine, but they can't make a fucking Blade movie. How does that work?
It's we talked about Lily like 2, 3 episodes ago.
Bro, I forgot about it, bro. I put it right out of my mind.
uh,
Ha-
oh, there's a joke I want to make, but I can't say it. All right, just go.
Robert
Yeah,
Downey, you first.
it, no, no, sorry, go on.
Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom casting criticisms address. There are valid concerns. That said, there are some valid concerns regarding the major new MCU casting. Many feel as though Victor Von Doom deserves to be his own entity. Yes, he does. Rather than being a variant of Tony
Is
Stark, as will likely be the case. Oh my god. And that's
it's
why I
so
was worried about the
it really
multiverse
says a
shit.
lot when even
Continue.
I was gonna say it really says a lot when screen. Sorry, I was gonna say it really says a lot when Screen Rant can just obviously predict what's gonna happen in a movie long before it even starts filming.
How many times did they use this
Just,
gimmick?
So- casting an actor into that already known actor into another character in the same universe? Actually, I haven't heard of that very often.
No, the multiverse shit.
A
Like how many
multiverse
times?
gimmick?
Yes.
I mean, considering that everyone is doing it, even outside of Marvel.
They're copying each other's fucking homework. Oh man. Where did I leave off? Oh yeah. A variant of Tony Stark. While that's
Valid
not yet been
criticisms.
confirmed, connections to Iron Man are likely why RDJ was cast in the first place, whatever the narrative ties may be. Additionally, there are also criticisms that the casting is lazy and or desperate, with speculation that Marvel Studios is simply looking to reclaim the pre-Endgame glory days and box office success by bringing back both RDJ and the Russo brothers. I'm not gonna lie, that's what it feels like on the surface. And I don't know. I'm not the type of customer they're gonna win back. I'm just not. Sorry. So I'm not really anticipating or waiting on anything. I'm just reporting what's going on in the entertainment landscape just to keep people informed. That's really what I'm doing. But whatever happens, happens, and if it ends up being a success, great. If it's shit, not great, but I'll still report on it. Whatever. But on with the article. Selecting proven entities for future projects was obviously something Marvel saw value in. However, it's hard to see the movie as lazy in any creative sense. Lazy would have been Marvel bringing back RDJ as Iron Man, especially following Tony Stark's truly perfect ending and death as seen in Endgame, which is still ruined by him being cast as Doctor Doom. I don't know how y'all don't see that. Back in the day, TV execs and movie producers understood the concept of. I think this is an example of little narrative dissonance. But if I'm using the incorrect terminology, I can still explain it with other words. TV executives and movie producers understood the association of an actor in the audience's mind with other roles. They understood that. For instance, if you were a popular actor that played a hero who everyone liked, and they suddenly cast you as a villain that's meant to lose, in the audience's mind, they're seeing their favorite actor get his ass kicked. The same, similar thing is happening here with RDJ. We remember you as this super popular fucking hero, and now we're just gonna see that hero in a fucking Doctor Doom skin, getting his ass kicked, presumably. Like, that's why this is bad. Because of the audience association of this actor with another character. And the worst part is, it's in the same fucking universe. That shit, regardless, that shit also cheapens Iron Man's death. Because now we're just gonna see the corpse of Iron Man in a Doctor Doom skin. That's what the fuck we're gonna see. And you have no control over that shit. At all. But like I said, this was something that wasn't lost on people back in the days of higher quality entertainment. But anyway, they move on to say, instead, casting RDJ as Doom can only be seen as a major creative. It can only be seen as a major creative swing. You couldn't cape this hard if you were Superman. You couldn't, bro. It can only be seen as a major creative swing. A gamble that goes bigger than casting anyone else in the role because it's Robert Downey Jr. Oh, man.
And they couldn't.
Put your cape in the cleaners, Screen Rant. It can only be seen as a major creative swing? No. Anyway, to that end, the gamble might not pay off or work out as well. So you recognize that they could. What the fuck? What? So you recognize they could fuck up quite easily. Yet in the prior line, it can only be seen as a major creative swing. Whatever. Unless you mean like, unless you're comparing this to a baseball swing in which the fucking a home run and a fucking strikeout is like a fucking inch apart. That's the only way I can see this shit as a major creative swing is if you use a baseball analogy. That's it. And in a lot of people's opinions, the fucking the margin of error for Marvel to strike the fuck out, that shit is high as fuck right now. Sorry, like. Again, we already associate this actor with a different character.
Oh.
Go ahead.
If there was a good, I think a good way to describe their swing, it would be that anticipated home run shot. The baseball player swings and the bat makes the home run.
The bat. God damn. Dude, I have to read this. I have to read what he just said, bro. He just said, I can't wait when he's defeated by Ironheart by using the power of friendship. I am going to lose my shit if you end up being right.
Oh my god.
I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Magic comes.
Please be a joke. Do you know how many fucking times we've said shit just jokingly and it turned out to be true, bro? You'll be mad that they even did it, bro. It was a joke. They actually, bro, if that shit actually fucking happens, I swear to God. Whatever. Okay. Let me finish this last paragraph.
Okay, actually, no, I gotta ask, actually. Fine. My bad.
No, you're good. Let me finish this last paragraph, and then you can ask whatever you want to ask. Starting from the top. Instead, casting RDJ as Doom can only be seen as a major creative swing, a gamble that goes bigger than casting anyone else in the role because it's Robert Downey Jr. To that end, the gamble might not pay off or work out as well as Marvel wants it to. Nevertheless, I'm extremely optimistic about the version of Doom RDJ will be bringing to the table. I am fucking not. But anyway, the floor is yours, Soups. How the fuck are they caping for this so hard? How? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, who exactly are the Avengers going in?
I don't fucking know.
I want to make a joke about the Avengers.
It's gotta be the new Avengers. It has to be.
Like, which of the new Avengers?
It might be Ironheart. You might be right.
Captain. Oh god. Ironheart. Ah, yeah, I can see it.
It might be the new. God damn it.
Fury, Cap Falcon.
Harm,
no.
I hate you, right?
Coming back too?
I don't know. I hate you so much right now, Harm. Because now you have me thinking. Oh my god, he might be right, man. Dude, they even have the fucking Tony Stark Doom variant in Marvel Comics. Bro, I can hear it now, bro. It happened in the comics. What's wrong? It's canon. I can fucking hear it now, bro. Canon only matters when it's a book nobody gives a fuck about, bro. That's the only time canon matters. Every other time, it's a different universe, man. Why don't you have an open mind? No one wants to see the same thing over and over. Fuck, man. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know they did a Tony Stark Doctor Doom. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. God damn it.
go off. I was gonna say that. Yeah, I didn't even know about that until I looked it up.
Shit, man.
It, the comic that I bet no one read, nobody read that they just dug up from the crevice of the comic book industry.
The ass crack.
They just happened to find it and thought, hey, we got an excuse.
They just tried to
And,
cape for this, dude. They
it's-
just tried to cape for this. And then they show us this. Iron Doom, bro. That's what they're showing. Fuck. Screen Rant. Why? What was the point of the last segment? What was the point? No, I'll never be able to forget he played Iron Man. If they do this shit, Iron Doom. This shit right here. This is all I'm going to see. You see this? This half fucking Iron Man, half Doom? That is all I'm gonna fucking see now. That's it. Look at this. I am Victor Von Doom and Dr. Doom. And Dr. Doom is an honorable man. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is this shit? My rant is over. Continue. I'm sorry.
They're probably gonna drag Tom Holland Spider-Man in to try to squeeze in some emotional struggle or whatever.
They're gonna reenact. They're gonna reenact the.
How they tried to show.
They're gonna do some dumb shit like reenact the Thanos snap where he says, "Dr. Stark, I don't feel so good," and then he farts, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm actually fine." They would do some stupid shit like that. Must have been the chili dogs, head ass. Stupid. I wouldn't put it past them.
Farts out some leftover dust from the snap.
Hate them, bro. Reading that segment and then coming to this where they show Iron Doom pissed me the fuck off. They're gonna say this is a great opportunity for multiversal storytelling, and they're trying to wave away all of the concerns people have about him being Iron Man before. Nah, man, he's Dr. Doom now. By the way, there was a comic where Iron Man was Dr. Doom. Motherfucker.
You know, it's funny that the funny thing about that I always hear is better to just write the same origin story over and over, write the same plot line over and over. Not just for the MCU, but I always hear that for like shit like Insomniac Spider-Man Part 2. You know, how their sorry excuse for why Harry being Venom is okay, you know? Or just thing like, yeah, I get it. Seeing the same thing again and again is boring. That's why you're supposed to have one definitive version that spans the test of time.
Yes.
That's why rebooting and alternate universing is such a bad thing to do. Because then everyone stops caring.
Yeah, they've diluted the most crucial part of Spider-Man's origin, which is the death of Uncle Ben. Like, people meme the shit out of Uncle Ben dying, bro. Like, oh my god.
Bruce Wayne's parents.
They're about to go into the... Bro.
Too.
Oops. They're about to go into the origin of Iron Doom right now. Let's try and get through this. Let's try and get through the rest of this shit, okay? Let's try and get through the rest. It's almost over. I'm going to try and get through the rest of this without ranting. But the fact that I had to hear them justify why this is okay and then see the fucking Iron Doom shit, what am I supposed to do, man, other than rant? Like, this is stupid. Let me just read. There's great precedence in the original comics for a version of Doom connected to Tony Stark in some form. The most well-known is 2016's infamous Iron Man run, where Doom took over the mantle of Iron Man while Stark was in a coma. This fucking happened? Anyway, taking place in the aftermath of both 2015's Secret Wars and Civil War II, perhaps the MCU is looking to flip the script by debuting an infamous Iron Man before their own Secret Wars, one who's a darker Stark who becomes Doom. However, there's also the more
Secret
classic what
Wars
if.
without the squirrels.
Marvel Comics, where Stark was Doom's college roommate instead of Reed Richards. This resulted in Doom switching their minds so that Doom and Stark could use all of his family's wealth and resources, such as Stark Enterprises, creating versions of their classic armors and masks with reversed colors. Doom's eventual defeat resulted in Stark keeping Doom's name as he'd made it honorable, while Doom had associated the name Tony Stark with greed and corruption. This is a terrible what if comic, and I've never read it. That shit sounds stupid. Hailing from Earth
I don't
5012,
think anyone has.
there's another variant of Tony Stark who becomes Doom in the comics, while also forming an intense rivalry with Reed Richards, also known as the Iron Maniac. To that end, that's actually a dope name, I'm not gonna lie. Iron Maniac is a dope name. I won't lie. To that end, Marvel Studios may be looking to do something similar to close out their multiverse saga. Please close that bitch and never open it. And it's worth noting that the rebooted Fantastic Four will exist in an alternate universe to the main MCU. The Fantastic Four will exist in an alternate universe to the main MCU's Earth 616.
That is not 616. That is not 616.
It's not 616, but I'm gonna, again, I'll save rants till the end, and then we'll move on. The same could be just as true for Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, debuting as an alt-reality Tony Stark with much darker origins. How RDJ's Doom can close out the MCU's multiverse saga in spectacular fashion. You have not left me with any modicum of optimism regarding that outcome. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. A completely different kind of performance. While a Dark Iron Man variant of Doom feels likely, Robert Downey Jr. could also just as easily be playing a more legitimate Victor Von Doom. Please, for the love of God, I hope that's the route they fucking take. Which makes me even more certain that they won't fucking do it. But anyway, after all, it certainly helps that Doom almost always wears his iconic metal mask to hide his presumably scarred face. No one, since when did they ever give a fuck about a character keeping their mask on? When? When the fuck have they ever cared about a character maintaining a secret identity or having a character trait which makes them insecure about their fucking looks? Are they even gonna scar his face? Are they gonna do that? Who knows? Hopefully they do. I doubt it. I'm gonna be honest. I fucking doubt it. RDJ has proven his ability to play more intense roles and antagonists, such as Louis Strauss in 2023's Oppenheimer, a role that coincidentally features a rivalry with a much smarter and popular man. Likewise, Downey's impressive range was on full display with his 4 roles in HBO's The Sympathizer. Keeping that in mind, I truly believe that the MCU's upcoming version of Doctor Doom is a unique and remarkable chance for Robert Downey Jr. to do something completely different from Tony Stark, performatively, whether he ends up being a variant or the genuine article. If done right, Doctor Doom is a role that RDJ could completely embrace and execute with striking dynamics beyond the norm, not unlike Heath Ledger's Joker. With that in mind, I couldn't be more optimistic and excited to see what Robert Downey Jr.'s we're going to talk about that in a second. Don't you worry. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom will be like in the MCU. My fingers are tightly crossed for something truly epic and extraordinary. Okay. Hang on. We're almost done. Oh, we're done. All right. They really just drew the parallel between this shit and Heath Ledger's Joker. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
They
where do
went
we
that far.
Where do we start?
About a low
Where do we start with that? Where do we start with that? Because here's the thing. Heath Ledger was never associated with another fucking character from that same universe. That's number one. Number two, while Heath Ledger's performance of the Joker was good, it wasn't the fucking Joker. Only in some aspects was it the Joker. That's why everyone calls it Heath Ledger's Joker. As much as Mark Hamill is a fucking politically blind nut job, he's the definitive Joker. I can't take that away from him. And that's mostly voice acting, but still, he embodies the character way more than Heath Ledger does. He just does. Comparing that to this, oh, you go next. My bad.
Oh, I just said he's a loony, just like his character.
Is it ironic that Joker might come across as more sane? Serious. I'm dead serious. Joker comes across as more bearable, and that says a lot. He's literally a murderer. That's crazy. No pun intended.
A murderer with a twisted sense of humor. Oh,
yes.
God.
But comparing
even
Heath
the Joker
Ledger's
wouldn't
Joker,
come up with something so insane.
My bad. You were saying something? Because the delay is killing us. My bad.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying, even the Joker never came up with something so insane. As a scheme above all else.
I mean, I don't know what to say about his opinions, but I'm not gonna get into that. But to compare Heath Ledger's Joker to this is kind of, it's not even the same, bro. For the reasons I previously stated. And I really don't think that it's gonna end up in the same place as Heath Ledger's Joker. For the reasons stated. Again, I'm not at all optimistic about this casting. I think that it was definitely done as a cast grab and out of desperation. But I mean, if it turns out to be good, great. If it doesn't, I won't be surprised. I'll see what the comments are talking
the
about.
difference between.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and that's the biggest difference between this and Deadpool and Wolverine. You don't smell desperation coming from that movie.
Not really, no. Because people love Hugh Jackman and Deadpool. Like, people already like them. That's why I didn't feel desperate. People don't really like anything else about Marvel. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it helps that they're like real life best friends that have been working tooth and nail to finally get the movie going.
Cool.
Which says a lot.
I actually didn't know that.
It took over 20 years to make a team up movie happen. Yeah, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, they're real buddy in real life. I like the joke that Ryan Reynolds basically bullied Hugh Jackman to come back as Wolverine.
Oh my god. Hang on. The comments are really giving them shit, bro. The first one says, stop writing articles from the eye and start being objective again. You sound like BuzzFeed. Whoever decided to title SR articles subjectively should frankly be demoted. Each article sounds like something you'd read on an ad screen when illegally pirating movies from the 90s. Stop with the eye thing. Paul, okay, let's take Paul's. Paul actually gives his opinion on the whole thing. He says, I have both hope and fear. I think Marvel is going to lose itself in this multi-universe. Going to? Have you not seen Kang? Have you not seen the Ant-Man shit, bro? It's already been done. But to continue with his comment, I think Marvel is going to lose itself in this multi-universe storyline. Bigger and better is the thought of the executives. Yes, after all, that's what brings in the money. Let's see what James Gunn does with DC. It's a tricky fence to walk. Comic fans want to see explosive feats of strength, mind-blowing special effects. Myself, I want to see a storyline that means something. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. With that comment, he doesn't really strike me as someone who reads comics. Comics fans aren't just blown away by action and panels, bro. You have to remember, comic books aren't movies. I mean, you have to have dope art in a comic book, but what matters more than even the art is the narrative being told, bro. Like, the entire time you're reading dialogue and narration. Sure, we want to see some shit blow up, but that's not the shit that keeps us reading comic books. Otherwise, there would be no words and just fucking pictures. So, we also want to see a storyline that means something. Some of the most famous comics ever written are storylines that people found meaningful. Those are some of the storylines that they've been using as the fucking template for a lot of their movies and deviating heavily from, but still borrowing from them nonetheless. What do you think made people go fucking see it? So yes, comic fans also want storylines that mean something. You wouldn't know about these fucking storylines if not for us.
Yeah, it's like they're conflating or confusing comic book fans, or at least like the actual comic book fans, and not just people who just watch the movies for the movies. Confusing them with the spectacle watchers that go to Fast and Furious or like a franchise like that where it's all about, or Michael Bay series where it's all about big explosions going on, you know, shit going AWOL, you know. They're not the same.
Yeah, I think I've
Even if it's the
had.
same people watching, some people can watch, or even if it's like the same individuals, they're gonna go into a comic book expecting a storyline, and an action and a Michael Bay action movie expecting Michael Bay explosions.
Exactly. I think that was a big misdiagnosis of the comic book reader community, bro. For some reason, people seem to think comic book readers are lowbrow when they're fucking not. They're fucking not, bro. Again, look at some of the most popular storylines ever written.
It's
The ones people liked. Look at those shits. Go read them and tell me that the fucking comic book community is lowbrow and doesn't want stories with meaning. Seriously.
it's
Um, Sorry guys, I'm
it's
fetching
like the
another
bullies
link.
that from way back.
You can keep
Link.
talking.
What happened?
No, you can actually keep talking. I'm fetching the San Diego Comic Con link because I think we can cover that. But keep talking.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it almost feels like like back then when people used to bully, you know, kids for reading comic books, like for being nerds or whatever. It feels like they're the ones that own the IP, with the same logic, you know. They don't take none of it to heart. None of the people that read comic books to heart.
Are you talking about that commenter or the makers of the films? Because the commenter, I don't think he meant anything by it, but I
No,
just
no, I'm
don't
talking about
think
the
he
makers of the
understood.
movies. No, I'm talking
Okay,
about the filmmaking.
okay. I don't think that guy meant anything by what he said, but it was still fucking wrong. Like, comic book readers wanted pretty much a one-to-one recreation of the stories they're used to reading. Sorry if that's silly, but more accuracy is better objectively because originally these stories were made for that audience. But what do I know?
Yeah, and
Okay,
uh,
go ahead.
you know, it's funny.
Hmm.
I was gonna say it's funny you mentioned that because I know a lot of like adaptations and stuff like they do like original plots while while still trying to keep the character we know and recognize. And I'm not even talking about movies. I mean like in cartoons,
I'd be
similar
perfectly
things to
fine with
that.
that. As long as they kept the characters pretty much 100%, I don't give a fuck what story they write as long as the story makes sense for the character. I think that more than anything is what people want. However, obviously we wouldn't be against them trying to do a one-for-one recreation of a famous storyline, but they haven't really tried to do that.
That would be nice for a change. Yeah,
Oh
that would
yeah.
be nice for a change.
All right, so I was able to fetch the article that we're going to be covering next. Was there anything else you wanted to add before I get into it?
Nah, go ahead.
I'm bringing down the screen. All right, this next one, we're getting into the heavier topics. All right, so this next one is going to be coming from the Hollywood Reporter. 14 people arrested in Comic-Con human trafficking sting, authorities say. Law enforcement officials said 10 victims were also recovered during the operation at the San Diego convention. This is crazy, by the way, because this is the same convention that RDJ announced his role. Oh man, crazy, right?
Yeah, this is scary.
Yeah, this is. Let me brace myself for reading this, honestly, because 14 people were arrested and 10 victims were recovered in a human trafficking sting during Comic-Con over the weekend, authorities said. The operation to recover victims of sex trafficking and target sex buyers using the San Diego Convention was initiated from July 25th to 27th, according to the California Department of Justice's San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force. Unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on large-scale events such as Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit. California Attorney General Rob Bonds has shared in a statement. These arrests send a clear message to potential offenders that their criminal behavior will not be tolerated. We are grateful to all our dedicated partners involved in the San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, whose collaboration has been invaluable. We take great pride in our office's commitment to uplifting vulnerable Californians by offering them assistance and guidance when they need it most. The anti-human trafficking operation consisted of law enforcement officials working undercover as sex buyers to identify and contact potential victims and arrest their traffickers. Authorities also posted undercover ads soliciting sex to arrest sex buyers. Officials said after the 9 adult potential victims and a 16-year-old juvenile were recovered, adult and juvenile support service advocates were there to provide support as needed. There is no more insidious crime than human trafficking, said San Diego Sheriff Kelly Martinez shared in a statement. The coercion and violence which enslaves people for profit and places them into forced labor or sex is criminal. As the sheriff, I support the efforts of all our justice partners in holding perpetrators accountable. I appreciate the focus that was placed on the recent convention to identify and rescue victims of human trafficking. The operation was a cooperative effort involving the DOJ, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, California Highway Patrol, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Homeland Security, Homeland Security Investigations, National City Police Department, San Diego City Attorney's Office, San Diego County District Attorney's Office, San Diego County Probation Department, San Diego County Sheriff's Department, San Diego Police Department. It just goes on. Southwest border, high-intensity drug trafficking area, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of California. Holy shit, one breath. The Naval Criminal Investigative Service. God damn. San Diego Comic-Con, a comic book and pop culture event, draws more than 100,000 fans to the area each year. I bet 50% of them were this fucking lineup, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. They got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in that. Anyway. That was a lot, bro. I'm sorry.
They got basically all of San Diego came in to do this sting operation.
A cell or a coffin? Jesus.
I mean,
I hope the perpetrators are brought to justice, man. No one should have to deal with this shit going to a fucking pop culture event. And like, it just brings
I
it
hope
back
at
to the
least
sentiment.
a jail cell.
At least, yeah. But the thing is, this just brings it back to the sentiment I've always expressed. Like, bro, I'm just trying to. Well, any fucking pastime, really. You know that meme? I'm just trying to grill, bro. That's basically us with this pop culture shit, bro. Like, I'm just trying to read some comics. I'm just trying to watch a movie. I'm just trying to play some video
like,
games, what have you. I'm not trying to deal with. Go ahead.
Like or I'm not sure if anyone watches Freedom Tunes, but like this one cartoon episode they did with the anti woke dog video.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a dog trying to just trying to vibe, ignore all the stuff going on. It's basically what we're trying to do.
Bro,
We're
they
just trying
sent
to vibe, man. We're
they
just trying
sent
to
a
read
they
comics.
sent a paragraph
We're
to the
just trying to
convention.
nerd out.
Yeah, I hope they got everybody, man. That's a tragic event.
Yeah, same. We need a lot more people talking about it too, cause that is big. You that cannot go be swept under the rug.
Yeah, I hope the convention organizers are more vigilant. Um, but then again, they probably the ones who contacted all the authorities, so it's good that they got the authorities out there when they did, you know. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I don't really have anything else to say. Like, criminals were brought to justice. The day is saved, and the day is saved. Head ass. The Powerpuff Girls. Anyway,
I'm not sure if you're talking Lee or the narrator from Powerpuff Girls.
I'm the narrator from Powerpuff Girls. But I'm just gonna go ahead and bring us into our next topic because it's definitely related, directly related. It's crazy how I ended up tying all this shit together because this all has to do with Disney and human. I'm gonna just bring up the fucking next. I'm just bring it up. I'll just bring it up.
And people, and people.
Yep. And people.
I want to say, respond to D Live. Respond to D Live that from current MCU they forgot about the journey. Yeah, they completely lost the plot. They lost the journey that made Iron Man so beloved. Spider Man, Captain America, all they lost sight of all that. They're just
They
trying to make that
forgot
quick
about.
buck, make that big climax with none of that, with none of the build up.
They're making the
And
same
he's
mistake
called
DC did with the Justice League.
The San Diego. Funny enough, yeah, they are. Funny how that works.
Just came full
Both
circle.
competing on who sucks the most.
Yeah, like DC would have done better if they would have taken their time to build up their heroes in their own films and then made the Justice League. But they wanted to compete as fast as possible with something that was built up for the better part of how many years by that point? Before Avengers 1, how many years had passed in between films? I can't even remember. You can't recreate that kind of payoff.
4 years.
4 years? You cannot create that kind of payoff over a fucking
Iron Man
night.
1 and the first Avengers.
They tried to jam pack so much development into one film for the Justice League, and it just doesn't fucking work that way. It doesn't, bro. But anyway, do you have anything else to add before we get into the next topic?
And you also need to get someone other than Zack Snyder.
Oh, man.
That
I could talk about the betrayal of Zack Snyder.
Was the worst person you could get a focus from a movie.
I could talk about the betrayal of him and his fans for a while. But we'd be here all night. Oh my God, he backstabbed the shit out of his fans one time. Anyway, we're going to be going over part 2 of the Disney Files. And it's a dark one. I'm not going to lie to you guys. But I point out what's going on in entertainment to keep y'all informed on what cultural rot exists in our favorite pastimes. So, we're just gonna get into it, and I'm
ready,
gonna.
everyone.
I'm actually
This is
gonna.
not gonna be an easy one.
Nah, it's not. I'm gonna mute our mics, and then bring us back in whenever I pause, because I just want y'all to be able to hear the video. Let me know how it's coming in for y'all.
Last time in Disney Files 1, we got to take it.
Damn it. Hold up.
Last time in Disney Files 1, we got to take a deep dive into the internal communication channels at the Walt Disney Company, and what we found was shocking. Disney sanctioned workshops teaching young children the ways to be gay and trans, bulletin board for Disney employees into the poly swingers lifestyle, a series of Disney-sponsored pride parades complete with naked men on bicycles, and that's just the beginning. In Disney Files 2, we're going to dig even deeper into the twisted agenda that Disney is pushing at children around the world. In particular, we'll look at Disney's propensity to push their trans agenda via the gender-affirming care policies and LGBTQ propaganda videos that blatantly instruct upper-level managers how to coddle and encourage their LGBTQ employees. First, let's start with Disney internal health care policies that allow Disney employees to access gender-affirming care, aka trans surgery, as
All right, our audio is back up. So, yeah, this is why this really wasn't going to be easy to talk about, because this is where your money is going whenever you pay for Marvel project. This is exactly why I was kind of on the fence about showing this just before or just after some of you were about to see a very well-liked film in Wolverine and Deadpool, because it really fucking sucks to know that this is where whatever you spent at the movie theater is going. But hey, man, it's about what you do with the information that matters, you know. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and read these slides here. Man, first of all, this isn't doctored at all. They have more receipts on their prior video with the Disney Files. They show names, faces, and positions here. Disney benefits by your side. LGBTQIA plus benefits and well-being resources. And you can see all the options here on the left. Highlighted is gender-affirming care, frequently asked questions. Oh my God. Did they even show question number 1? Let me see. Let me see if we can get them to pull up question number 1 in here. Give me 1 second, because I want to see. I want to see if I can get that to happen. Hold up. Okay. They did pull up question 1. You talking?
No, not yet.
Okay. So, gender affirming care, frequently asked questions. Number 1, what gender affirming care benefits are included in my health plan? If you are enrolled in Cigna Medical Plan, you can find information in English and Spanish here. If you are enrolled in Advent Health Cash Care or Orlando Health Cash Advantage medical plans, you can find information in English and Spanish here. That was listing the different health plans. So there's like what, 3 or 4 different health plans or something that they offer. Number 2, I have questions about how to navigate accessing. Huh?
I said, yeah, they gotta offer the best health plan for the Latinx crowd.
Oh my fucking God. Jesus Christ.
It's a hard topic, man. It's a hard topic, man. I had to throw something in there.
It's not easy, man. In question 2
We're not
here,
even
right?
at the worst.
No, we're not. We're not, bro. We're 56 seconds into this video. We haven't gone that far yet, man. I have questions about how to navigate accessing benefits for my gender affirming care. Who do I contact for help? So they have ways for them to contact people for help. What is the difference between a health advocate and a case manager? When and how should I engage them to support my journey? And this just seems to be describing the healthcare process and what they have to do to get the benefits for their gender affirming care and all that shit. I thought there'd be more here, but it really just sounds like a healthcare plan. That being said, it's pretty fucking bizarre that your money is going towards funding people's gender affirmation surgery. Like it's kind of wild. You know what I mean? Yeah, they don't tell you this, obviously, but do you have anything to add before I continue the video? Because I think that's really the crux of what's being said here. Actually, let me see what the other questions say before we move on. Okay. 4 or 5, how do I find a doctor or surgeon that provides gender-affirming care to meet my needs? In working with my case manager, the closest network provider is more than 60 miles away. What travel benefits are available to me? Oh my God. $10,000 lifetime. I am planning for gender-affirming surgery and need a letter. Who can provide me with a letter to start this process? Oh my fucking Lord.
Feels like a factory machine at play. Like these people just coming in, doing all that stuff, and it just coming out like a product.
Hey,
$10,000 just to cut your pee off and to take all that therapy and hormone pills.
I don't think that's the price of the surgery. Let me read the whole thing for clarification. It says the travel benefit program helps you pay for eligible transportation and lodging expenses for you and one companion/caregiver when you are approved for travel up to a maximum of $10,000 lifetime. So that's just the travel.
Travel.
Yeah, that's not the price of the surgery. I don't even think they have the information for the price of the surgery. That's just the $10,000 is for the travel, the travel if you need it. That's what that's for. But anyway,
there's a lot of trifling at play. That's for sure. Gotta hang on.
Yeah, once you say your piece, I'm playing the video.
My computer's dying. I really hate to be leaving in the middle of this.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna be continuing? Are you continuing at home?
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm gonna have to leave the segment early because I'm very far away, and by the time I get back, you're probably gonna be done already. Just gonna say, yeah, this is why I don't blame people who just completely nope out of this, especially knowing all this. This is not an easy thing to be knowledgeable of. I think you made an allusion to this back with the madman's knowledge a while back.
Yes.
That's why I myself try not to, buy tickets and stuff like that. But when the whole family wants to see a movie together.
I mean, yeah, moments of weakness, family members. I get all of that. That's why people are saying at least make it a net loss.
Especially family members that. Yeah, I was gonna say especially if the family members obviously don't know none of this.
Yeah.
But they don't know none of this. And if whether you pay for it or not, if the family wants to take you out to see a movie, it could be kind of a bad movie. You look like a dick saying no.
Yeah, and it's not like you paid for it.
Especially if it's a movie that you actually wanted to see. Yeah, and especially if it's a movie you personally wanted to see, which is very rare these days. But yeah, it's really hard to go into this and not feel a little guilty at the end, which sucks because.
Yeah, you can't give them the knowledge you have. What do they say? Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it, and those who do are doomed to watch. It's the subtle way of telling you you're fucked either way.
Yeah,
Man.
basically, yeah. Um. So yeah, I don't blame people. Yeah, I like I said earlier with the Deadpool Wolverine, it is a genuinely fun movie to watch, especially if you were into X-Men. If y'all don't want to watch it in the movie theaters, that's perfectly fine. I say no. I don't encourage nobody to go to the theaters for Disney, if
Yeah, wait for
especially
streaming if you
especially after
can.
what you're gonna watch in the next couple of minutes. Not Disney Plus streaming though, because that's kind of counterproductive.
Oh yeah, I thought it was gonna be released on something like Hulu or something or somewhere else. Yeah, you're right. They probably would make it
I
Disney
think if
Plus
this,
exclusive.
I think now that yeah, now that Disney kind of owns the IP now, they probably just shove it into Disney Plus, like with X-Men '97, which I still have to freaking watch. Ugh.
Oh Jesus, we still haven't covered that. Oh my
And
fucking. Ah. Did you
when
have
I
anything?
find a s- when I find a boat that isn't constantly messed up by signal or crashing, I'll get to it.
I got you. Boats.
um, but yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. Just ready for what you're about to see, guys. It's not. It's gonna be a very tough topic. And
Yeah.
that's all I'm about to say. Peace out, guys. Try to have a good
Peace out, Soups.
day.
It was good having you on as usual, man.
Yeah. Just try to look at the good in life, man.
Yep. I will definitely try. Absolutely. I'm enjoying a bunch of things, actually. It's just not coming from fucking Disney Marvel or anything mainstream at the moment. But enough jabbering. I've already read all 6 questions, I believe, so let's just go ahead and move on with the video. I will be pausing intermittently to deliver my thoughts, as you probably already know, but anyway, let's continue.
Medical plans. Now, on your screen, you can clearly see that Disney offers multiple ways for their employees and their families to seek, aka train Disney employees to access. First, let's start with Disney internal healthcare policies that allow Disney employees to access gender-affirming care, aka trans surgery, as part of their medical plans. Now, on your screen, you can clearly see that Disney offers multiple ways for their employees and their families to seek what is essentially genital mutilation through their various health insurance plans through their providers that include Kaiser, HMSA, Advent Healthcare, and Orlando Health Cast Advantage. I want to remind the viewers that Disney makes the majority of their sales from theme park attendance and film and television viewership. If you are a Disney customer and or shareholder, you've probably been shielded to the fact that your money is being used to pay for medical plans that actually promote for transgenital mutilation.
In case everyone forgot, I am pausing here. In case everyone forgot, these events here, as you can see right there in the bottom right, yeah, they. Matter of fact, I think you can see my mouse from where you are. I want to say you do. Anyway, if you look to the bottom right, you can see that there's small children here. They bring small children to these events, like small children who have no idea what the fuck they are yet because they're small children. And they alluded to that in the Disney Files Part 1. Keep that in mind for what's coming next.
Mutilation surgeries for their employees. Disney employees. Why is Disney using your money to chop off or building on additions to their genitals? Is turning their employees into transgender seriously a part of their business model? Now, our OMG investigative team continued to work its way through Disney's tangled web of internal communication networks and came across this gem. The video is called Disney GET. What is GET, you may ask?
Get that. Gender expression and transitioning. Authentically me. sponsored by Disney with your money. I don't like doing this, guys. But keep in mind where your money is going when you pay for anything. I'm not saying you're going to know all the time, because Disney, that's the worst part. Disney has their hands in fucking some of everything. They have a lot of companies that are affiliated with them that don't really rock the Disney logos and stuff like that. They provide all sorts of services to studios and the like and yada yada blah blah blah. So you're not always going to know. But if you know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if I know that it's associated with Disney, I'm not putting my money towards that. And I can only suggest you do the same, especially if you're not in favor of this or what. It's not even necessarily this, right? Because if they're providing this service to consenting adults, whatever, right? It's a bit weird, but whatever. Those are consenting adults. This isn't even necessarily the part that most people would take umbrage with. But what was mentioned in the part 1 and the shit to come, brace yourselves. I'll say more as the video progresses, but fucking brace yourselves.
Well, Disney GET stands for Gender, Expression, and Transitioning, and I'm about to show it to you. In today's rapidly evolving healthcare landscape and mysterious shortages of medical supplies, being proactive about your health is paramount. That's why our OMG supporters, the Wellness...
I will let their ads play, because if I'm going to use their video, the least I could fucking do is let them advertise their sponsors and the things they have over at their website. It's only fucking fair. So I am going to let them play their ads.
Wellness Company is proud to introduce the ultimate first aid emergency kit, meticulously crafted by its chief medical board to support life-saving readiness. When my team and I are out in the field, we always carry our TWC First Aid Emergency Kit because in an emergency, every second counts. The upgraded kit includes essential items like epinephrine for anaphylactic reactions, several common prescription medications, and many vital first aid supplies. Additionally, it features a comprehensive first aid emergency guidebook with over 40 pages of life-saving information. And you can easily replenish your supply at any time. Every kit purchased is eligible for medication replenishments for up to 2 years after purchase. Order your first aid kit now and save 15% by using code OMG for a savings of $60 and savings of over $100 when paired with a purchase of the medical emergency kit. Whether it's ensuring access to medications, personal protective equipment, or other essentials, our commitment is to empower individuals to take control of their health journey. So order your first aid emergency kit now by going to twc.help/OMG. That's twc.help/OMG. That's twc.help/OMG.
Alright, it is getting kind of long.
Now keep in mind
Okay.
that the Disney GET video you're about to watch consists of Disney employees, for lack of better words, coaching their other coworkers how to cheer, lead, and encourage their coworkers who are transitioning. The video goes on to tell employees that to support them, you need to conform to their wants. This is a tape that I can almost guarantee Disney executives do not want you to see. Roll the tape.
If you're looking to support a colleague who's transitioning, listen to what they're asking of you and show in your actions that you heard them.
Recuerde siempre que el camino de una persona es suya y no tuya.
Let them talk, let them do what they want to do, and if they talk to you about that, it means like they're like comfortable.
One way to be a good ally to your transgender and non-binary cast members is to use the pronoun and name they have given you.
Meet them where they are, ask how they need support, and actively listen to what they need to be successful in their role and in their life.
It's important to be humble because you're going to mess up. Everybody messes up, and what's important is what you do next.
If you have any doubts, ask. You can ask how they want to be identified as and what the pronouns are.
Don't let your fear of messing up, either using the correct pronouns or using the correct name, to offset you from trying.
Eu os convido para ser nosso aliado. Não precisa ser LGBT, QIAP+, para segurar as nossas mãos.
If you don't understand something, it's okay not to know. But use the resources available, such as this website, for you to help educate yourself on what your colleague is going through and how you can be there for them.
Yeah, that entire segment oozed neurosis. All of that feels like handling a bunch of grown-ass adults with kid gloves and walking on eggshells. No. Not in a million fucking years. No. Dealing with you sounds like a headache already. Already. I have to meet everyone else where they're at, but you never have to meet the majority of normal people where they're at. 5 different people have 5 different pronouns. What the fuck do I do then? What if I get your pronouns mixed up? What if you change your pronouns like you change underwear? Which is probably a bad comparison because you probably don't do that as often as you should. But you get the fucking point. You know what I mean? This reeks of fucking head trauma and mental illness. Who wants to deal with that shit in the workplace? Honestly. There's a reason we have a societal standard for things. This one, as much as they say it is a social construct, is not a fucking social construct. The labels we use might be, but what we see whenever you're fucking born is not. The words are just a label we attach to what the fuck we see. Like, I don't know, man. Can you imagine having to go into a workplace with this cult-like mentality? All of this just feels like unnecessary pressure. If I have anything else to add, I'll speak on it later, but I'm gonna just continue. They want to be, they only want to be addressed on their terms. They don't want to have to, you don't get the same respect extended to you. None of that. Again, let me just click.
In that Disney GET video, you can clearly see that these Disney employees are not only recommending you do those actions, but almost telling their teammates they need to take those actions. Why are they so demanding? What if you said you don't agree with their positions at Disney on conforming to these LGBTQ demands? Well, that's something we'll reveal in Disney Files Part 3. In this Disney Files series, it is clear that within the Walt Disney Company, we are seeing what appears to be a complete woke overhaul of the once pristine Disney brand. In addition to the Disney GET video, buried deep within the Disney internal communication apparatus, our investigative reporters, with the help of a brave whistleblower inside Disney, that's right, we have people inside Disney working for us, discovered an internal document showcasing what is likely one of their prized crown jewels in their LGBTQ Pride achievements. And they call it the Disney Pride Think Tank. We're going to show you the document that outlines the Disney Pride Think Tank, and what you're about to see is a document that Disney has purposely been hiding from the public. The question is, why are they hiding this from the public if they're not ashamed of it? In the document, the Disney Pride Think Tank and their employee resource group states, quote, the Disney Pride Business Employee Resource Group, that's BERG acronym, is proud to introduce the Disney Pride Think Tank. We are a global employee collective from across the enterprise with a passion to advance LGBTQ+ representation in our content,
Jesus fucking Christ, it's a propaganda mill. I know we already knew it. I know we already knew it was a propaganda mill, but just seeing it right there in black, white, and rainbow, it still gives me a fucking headache, man. Just look at who did this to our timeline, man? Who did it? Flip to fucking switch. Turn it all back, please. Like, look at this shit. We are a global employee collective from across the enterprise with a passion to advance LGBTQ plus representation in our content, products, experiences, and services, bro. Bear in mind, bro, this is a brand that was closely associated to the family. Now it seems only concerned, and not in a good way, with just the kids and excluding the fucking parents. And probably the father too, most likely. Get him transitioned. This shit is not looking good, bro. But I'll be here to report part 3 as soon as they fucking drop it. This shit just gets worse and worse. God damn you, Cat Williams, for predicting this would be the year of truth. Not because you were right, but because sometimes being right just isn't fucking worth it, dog. Not at first, anyway. It's not the information, it's what you decide to do with it. The number 1 Disney park visitors are millennials without children. I can't speak on that statistic, but if that's the case, hell, what do they care then? That's why you should be skeptical about this shit now. If I were a parent, I wouldn't associate anything. I wouldn't associate my kid with anything regarding Disney after hearing any of this garbage, dude. Oh, notice the black and brown stripe in the Mickey logo and the fucking pink, white, and blue. God damn it, dude. Let's continue.
Products.
I'm just trying to pop some culture, man. I'm not trying to be involved in any of this shit. I'm trying to pop some fucking culture. That's it. That's it, bro.
Experiences and services. By providing our expertise, perspectives, and ingenuity to the business, we seek to identify new opportunities. Their 2 main areas of mission are content and the marketplace. Now, as you scroll through the document, you can actually see a picture with gay Mickeys. And what the Disney Pride think tank is trying to accomplish.
The Rainbow Disney Collection. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that kids to the left of that shit?
Is, quote, supporting the development of impactful solutions to engage the LGBTQ plus consumer across consumer products, games, marketing, services, and media platforms. Disney is pushing this through something they internally call the, quote, Marketplace Committee and Creative Content Review Committee. In the Creative Content Review Committee, they aim to support all content creators within TV, film, animation, creative marketing, and publishing by providing feedback at any step in the creative development process, scripts, character design, animation, episode, movie rough cuts. As you can see, the pictures they have below are shows with homosexual in them. Now, here at O'Keefe Media Group, while investigating Disney, we have seen how they are essentially saying their employees either conform to this agenda or they will be outcast. For example, look at what Disney is secretly showing about different cultures with Mickey logos. Here's what the design team at Disney made, and as you can see, they have Muslim Mickey, Black Mickey, Jewish Mickey, Native American Mickey. Do you notice anything unusual here?
Hispanic Latinx Mickey. Fucking Christ, man. It never ends.
Here? Well, they're missing Christian Mickey. As the rest of the stock market is way up, on CEO Bob Iger's watch, Disney stock is down more than 30% over the past 5 years. It is truly amazing that over half a decade, Walt Disney's major push to go woke seems to be what is pushing them to head towards broke. Now stay tuned for Disney Files Part 3 and let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you're a brave insider like the person we're currently talking to inside Disney or Hollywood or media or basically anywhere else, because Lord knows everything is pretty much systemically corrupt at this point, please contact us at tips.o'keefemediagroup.com or on our phone number on Signal, 914-315-9415. Our reporters will immediately respond to you. Thank you very much. This is James O'Keefe reporting on Walt Disney Company, and stay tuned for Disney Files Part 3.
Bro, how the fuck do you even begin to react to some shit like that? What do you say? What do you fucking say? Hang on. The indoctrination cult video about how to coddle your coworkers for their transition and their assimilation into the fucking Borg. The fucking Disney pride.
If they're not ashamed.
No, where's that shit at? No, where is it? I'm gonna find that shit. The Disney Pride think tank, the propaganda mill, bro, like, it's not fun to say, but this is aimed at your kids, bro. Like, what the fuck? I might have to do another segment on this another time when I can better gather my thoughts. Might even do like I might just make a whole episode about the Disney Files and go through the parts that they drop later on, because like I'm still trying to process this shit, and giving coherent thoughts in the moment like this, being a deep thinker that has to fucking not ruminate, wrong word. I might be ruminating after hearing this shit, but being a deep thinker that has to just sit on shit for a while to fully process it, very hard for me to come up with shit on the fly. But just seeing the things that are associated with this agenda, this clear and obvious fucking agenda, and the fucking look at what's on the screen, bro. The properties they're trying to use to promote this, and what's being injected into these shows directly aimed at children on purpose, especially the show on the bottom right. I'm pretty sure that's fucking Moon Girl. Very kid-friendly art styles. Bottom left, obviously targeting children. That's Cats. 3D animated fucking Cats. Like, what do you say to this shit? More importantly, how do you continue to deny that it's actually going on? For years, we've heard how this shit was a hoax. It was a boogeyman. It was whatever the fuck they wanted to tell you, whatever flavor of gaslighting they would choose at the time. They worked night and day to convince you the shit wasn't real. And here we are in 2024 with the fucking Disney Files, which, by the way, this is after the Twitter Files, which I don't think anyone really fully covered, honestly. And I don't mean honestly as in they lied about it. I mean, honestly, as in my honest opinion, I don't think it was covered enough. I don't even think we got the full story behind that either, to be completely honest. And I don't know why. I don't suspect any nefarious intent behind it, because Elon didn't really like the Twitter agenda at all. But again, I don't fucking know. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say on this subject, because, again, I'm trying to process this shit, and that's pretty much it. I guess that all there is left to do is tell you what I'm working on, and we can all try to get some sleep after witnessing that fucking horror show. I hate to send you to bed like this, but it had to be done at some point. I'm still working on the God of War review. I'm still writing the script for it. I estimate I'll be able to start recording audio this weekend, but editing the footage into the video is going to take probably another week and a half to 2 weeks, because finishing that Velma video took a long time, because I have pretty much full days throughout the week, and some days I work 12-hour shifts and stuff like that. The entire time working on that at the same time, I keep telling everyone, I'm in multiple places at once whenever I do this stuff. So bear with me. Projects are coming out. Still working on stuff. Multiple projects at the same time, by the way. But yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think about this entire Disney File situation in the comments or in the fucking chat right now if you're still up to it, and I'll read it out loud before we sign off. But that's pretty much all I got going. I'll pause here for a couple minutes in case you guys need to say something, and then I'll actually do sign off. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Going once. Going twice. Nope, doesn't look like it. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this episode of the Monkey's Paw. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and click the links in the description to keep your finger on the pulse of Cosmogoth. This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker. Sane Walker, not for much longer. This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, signing off. And I will see you all again next time. Peace.